Hi, my name is Sakshi and I'm going to be teaching my parents Nikte and Sakshi Nikte, the muscles used while bowling, and the two approaches, the 4 and 5 step approach, and how to keep track of your score while bowling. So the muscles that are used when you're bowling are the calf, hamstring, and quadricep muscles. They're used in the 4-step approach. And then after that, there's the abdominal muscles, especially the obliques, and they stabilize the upper body through the highest part of the backswing, which is basically when you're going over here. The third one are the triceps, the forearm, and the upper back muscles. They push forward and they support the ball during the release, so when you're just releasing the ball. And then the last one are the biceps and the pecs, and the forearms and the wrist muscles, which help through the release. And they power the ball through the release of the ball when you're going like that. So the calf muscles are located over here in this area. The hamstring muscles are over here, and the quadricep muscles, they're over here. So the triceps are located over here, the forearm muscles are over here, and the upper back muscles are located over here. The abdominal muscles are located between your ribs and your pelvis, so about over here. The bicep muscles are located over here, and the pecs are over here. And the forearm and wrist muscles, so the forearm muscles over here and the wrist muscles over here. Now moving on to the 4-step approach. The most important part of the 4-step approach is the start. The key to making sure that you get off to a great start is that you move your right foot and your right hand at the same time and distance. So it would look something like this. So now for the second step, with your left foot and your right hand at the same time, you want to make sure that you go a step forward with your left foot, and your right hand is going to come about here. You don't want to go too far back. So just straight about here. So now for your third step, you want to make sure your right foot goes forward and your right hand goes to the back. So all 3 steps combined should now look like this. Now for the final 4th step, you're going to take a step in, and this is simply when you're going to release the ball. So the final 4-step approach is going to look like this. Now moving on to the 5-step approach. So the main difference between the 5-step approach and the 4-step approach is that in this approach, there's simply one extra momentum step, which is also the first step. So you're going to be taking one step, and now it's the 4-step approach all over again. So you're just going to keep your ball right near next to you, and then you're going to lower it down to your leg, and then you're going to put it all the way here, and you're going to release. The basics about the 4-step and the 5-step approach. Do you have any questions for me?
I do have one. If the player is left-handed, how will he play?
Well, if the player is left-handed, for the 4-step approach, you want to start with your dominant leg, which would be the left leg for the lefty. So you would start also like this, because you're left-handed. You would start like that, and then with your right leg, you would come over here. Your left leg, you would come all the way back, and you would just release on the floor. And for the 5-step approach, you want to start with your non-dominant leg, which would be the right leg for the lefty person. So you would start, and remember the first one is always basically a momentum step, so you're not really doing anything with your ball. So you would just do like that, and now it's the 4th step all over again. You're going all the way here, and you just release it. Now I'm going to teach you how to keep score. So the very basics are that there's 10 frames in each game, and in each frame there are 2 tries. And so the aim of this game is to try knocking all 10 pins down in in the first try. But so when you do that, that's called a strike. But if you knock all 10 pins down in 2 tries, that's called a spare. So examples of spares could be 5 and 5, 6 and 4, 3 and 7, any addition problem that can add up to 10 basically. So now over here, this person got an 8 and then he got a spare. This sign is for a spare,
Okay.
this sign is for a gutter ball, and this sign is for a strike.
Okay.
So once you get a spare, you have to add one more into the frame for the number of pins you got. So this is 5. So it would be 8 plus 2 because 8 plus 2 is 10, and this is the sign for a spare. So there's 10 over there. And then 5 more. So 10 plus 5 is 15.
Oh, so for the next frame, I will be getting added to my first frame. Number of pins I get?
The first number.
I see. Okay.
And then over here, you got a 5 and 4, so that's 9. 15 plus 9 is 24. And then over here, you got a 9 and a gutter ball, so that's 0. So you only do 24 plus 9, which is 33. And then over here, this person got a strike. So when you get a strike, you have to add in to the next 2 frames, or 1 frame depending on how many numbers of pins it is, because this person luckily got a strike over here, and in a strike you only get to play once in each frame. So then there's 10 over here, and then there's 10 over here as well, and then there's 5 over here. So then that's 25. So 33 plus 25 is 58.
Okay.
And now over here, there's 78. Sorry, there's not 78, there's a 10 over here for the strike. Then there's a 5, and then there's another 5, which is 10 plus 10, so that's 20. Now 58 plus 20 is 78.
Okay.
And now over here, you have a 5 and a spare, and you have to go 1 more into the number of pins that you got. So it's a 5 over here. So now it's 5 plus 5 plus 5, which is 15. So 78 plus 15 is 93.
Okay.
And now over here you have a 5 plus 3, which is 8. So you simply do 93 plus 8, which is 101.
Alright.
And now this is also just 6 plus 3, which is 9. So 101 plus 9 is 110. And then over here you got a 9 and a spare. So then once you get a spare, you need to go 1 more digit ahead into the frame, into the next frame. So then that's 9 plus 1 plus 9. So that's 19. So then 110 plus 19 is 129. And over here, in the very last frame, you get 3 tries. So, and you don't apply the rules technically over here because this is the end one and you don't have any more frames after this. So it would be 9 plus 1 because this is the sign for a spare, and 9 plus 1 is 10. So 9 plus 1, and then plus another 10 because that's a strike. So then that's 10 together with another 10, which is 20. So 129 plus 20 is equal to 149.
Wow. That's a good score.
Okay. Any questions?
I think I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for explaining.